Dear students, good morning to all. Let's continue our class on pronouns. Already we have learned what are pronouns. Pronouns are the words which replaces nouns or which can be used in the place of nouns. It helps us to avoid repetition of nouns, same nouns, and it also avoids boredom of speaking. Since we have already learned personal pronouns, and I told you that possessive, reflexive and emphasizing pronouns come from or derived from personal pronouns, which has some relations, because from these same persons these pronouns have been derived. So we'll continue on the types of pronouns and take the next pronoun. The next type of pronouns are called demonstrative pronouns. When these are used in the place of nouns, this is called demonstrative pronouns. And demonstrative pronouns are used to point out people or objects, etc. Let's study some examples for demonstrative pronouns. This is my new laptop. This here is used in the place of subject when you analyze the structure of this sentence. So it is demonstrative pronoun. Here the speaker is pointing out to the dresses there and telling those are my favorite dresses. It is little far, so in order to show the distance, here those is used. It is in the place of subject. Looking at the photograph of a football star, and the boy is pointing out, that is my favorite football star. See the distance, okay, and he points out the picture which is little far from this boy. The man is near to the car and points out to the car, this is my new car. See the distance. So since it is near, here this is used. Pointing to the woman who is standing near the boy is telling, this is my mother. This, you see the position that is used as a subject. There are some pet animals that is a little far from the girl, and she is pointing out to the pets and telling, those are my pets. Looking at the sunglasses, the boy is telling, these aren't my sunglasses. The watch which is little far from the boy is telling, that is my watch. Pointing at the jackets which is near to the man, he is telling, these are my jackets. So demonstrative pronouns are this, that, these and those. This and that are singular, whereas these and those are plurals. The next type of pronouns are called indefinite pronouns. What do you mean by indefinite? The word meaning, that which is not particular. When we study definite article, we must remember that it is used to point out particular object or particular thing. Okay, here indefinite pronoun is the pronoun that does not refer to a particular person, place or thing. For example, does anyone know the story of Midas? It can be anyone. Okay, there is no particular identity. These indefinite pronouns are used to denote a person, place or thing which are not particular. These are the indefinite pronouns: another, anybody, anyone, anything, each, either, everybody, everyone, everything, much, neither, nobody, no one, nothing, one, somebody, something, both, few, many, others, several, etc. And looking at these pronouns, we are able to understand that these pronouns, when it is used as a subject, we cannot tell that there is some identity or some speciality for these pronouns. Okay, let's look for some examples. When an indefinite pronoun is used as a subject, the verb must agree with its number. For example, everyone discusses the plot. Everyone, when you look alone at this subject as pronoun as subject, you'll feel that there will be a number of people. Am I right? Okay, but it's not used as plural, it's used as singular. So the verb must agree with the subject. So after that singular verb is used, that s or es must be used when everyone is used. Both talk about King Minos. Both. Here this is used as plural. All of mythology is about beliefs and ideals. All of mythology, that is singular. Mythology, that is used as singular, so we use it in the singular sense. All of the myths are about beliefs and ideals. Second, you see myths, that is plural. So even if it is used in the beginning, we use it as plural. See the difference. Possessive pronouns often have indefinite pronouns as their antecedents. I told you what is the antecedent, the noun which already have referred. Possessive pronouns we have learned: his, hers, then its, theirs, ours, etc. So these pronouns are used after the what is called after the indefinite pronouns, and you see both there is a mixture. Each of the characters has his or her chapter. This his or her are possessive pronouns. It is used and the antecedent is each. Instead of that, his or her is used here. Several have conflict with their siblings. Several used as a subject, and after that their is used as its possessive pronoun, and its antecedent is several. Children, you at least remember indefinite pronouns are not pointing out to a particular subject or thing or person. It's always indefinite, and it is used in that sense, indefinite sense. The next type of pronouns is interrogative pronouns. As we see in the picture, it is used for asking questions. Okay, and these questions are WH questions. These are used to frame questions, and these are WH words. Given here are interrogative pronouns: what, whose, which, who, and whom. All these are used to ask questions. We already know it because we frame questions based on these pronouns. What is used to ask about people, animals, or things. What do you wear to school? School, that is a thing, and it is used to frame questions based on these three: people, animals, or things. What is used to frame questions. What is also used to ask for information. For example, what is somebody doing now? What is your ambition? What have you collected? Look at these sentences, children. You see the same structure of sentence where pronoun is used. In the similar way here, what is also used. For example, Amri is my name. That is a statement. Amri subject and is verb and name, that is used as a complement. In the similar way, what that is in the position of subject, it is used. So it is called pronoun, and this is interrogative since the interrogative words are used. Which is asked to ask about choice, which is her pet, the cat or the rabbit. So which is also used as a pronoun, that is interrogative. It is used to frame questions, and here there is a choice. It's also used to ask about things of a limited number or choice. For example, which book do you want? Which car do you like? Which is your bag? Etc. Interrogative pronoun who is used to ask about people. For example, who is the boy wearing the green shirt? Here it refers to a person. Who are you waiting for? Who will cook the dishes tonight? Who is on duty today? You see the structure of the sentence. Here, at the position of nouns or pronouns only, here these interrogative pronouns are also used. Another interrogative pronoun is whose. It is used to ask about things that belong to someone. Whose bag is that? And it refers to a thing which belongs to someone. For more examples, whose pen are you using? Whose bag is left outside the class? Whose tie is this? All these are referred to the owner of something. The last interrogative pronoun is whom. It is used to ask about people. Whom are you giving this gift to? For more examples, whom are you waiting for? Whom did you meet at the shop? Whom did you call? All these are used in the place of nouns. So, once again, if I say interrogative pronouns are those words which are used in the place of nouns, which are used to ask questions, and these are the interrogative pronouns: who, whose, whom, what, which, etc. The next type of pronouns is distributive pronouns. It refers to a pronoun to a person or thing one at a time. The examples or the main distributive pronouns are each, either, and neither. See the examples, then it will be clear. Each player was given a prize. Each, that means one at a time. Neither of you is trustworthy. Looking at two, and we are telling neither of you is trustworthy. It is often used as singular. See the other examples. You can drink either tea or coffee, one at a time. She can neither see TV nor play. Each of us bought the book. Give the chocolates to each. All these are used to denote the persons or things one at a time. Okay, these are called distributive pronouns. The last type of pronouns is relative pronouns. As the word suggests, relative, it refers to connecting. So these pronouns are used to connect two sentences or to join two sentences by using the pronouns like who, whose, whom, that, and which. Let's analyze some sentences how these pronouns are used to relate two sentences and making a single sentence. Look at these sentences. I met Ramesh. Ramesh stood first in the class. Do you feel something awkward when you use two times Ramesh? Yes. In order to avoid that awkwardness or boredom of repetition, we use pronouns. And how can we connect these two sentences? By using a relative pronoun. Let's look. Okay. First, I took the first sentence, I met Ramesh. And second, I should not want to repeat it and I have to connect it. So instead of Ramesh, I used who. Who will be referred to a person only. So I met Ramesh who stood first in the class. Now this is a single sentence. Look at this example. We met a woman. Her son was given a reward. Two sentences are there. And what is common here? Woman. So by using a relative pronoun, we can join these two sentences. So I met a woman, and here it is given as her son. Instead of that, I can use whose son was given a reward. The lady is my aunt. You met the lady at the door. Okay, what is being repeated here? The lady. Okay, so let's take it as a common pronoun or common noun in both sentences, and instead of one of the pronoun or one of the nouns, we are able to use a relative pronoun. Okay, so the lady. After that, we should not repeat the second lady, so here itself we add whom you met at the door is my aunt. There are two sentences here in the beginning. I know the hostel, he lives in the hostel. So what is being repeated or what is common in both? Hostel. Am I right? Okay, how can you use a pronoun to join it? Okay, since it is hostel, the only relative pronoun which we can use are which or that, because when you use a thing, we must use which or that. We cannot use who, whose, whom, etc. So how can you join it? I know the hostel. That's the first sentence. And next hostel we are avoiding. So instead of that, we use that he lives in. See this example. Rani has found the purse. She had lost the purse. So what is common here? The purse. Okay. Also, which pronouns can be used there? That or which. So how can you join it? By using a relative pronoun. Rani has found the purse that which she had lost. Okay, here instead of the thing purse, we use which in order to relate two sentences. So children, I hope you understood the kinds of pronouns. Since you already had a thorough study of pronouns in the previous classes, this only will help you to recall what you already have learned. Okay children, one thing you can do is that you can complete the textual exercise that is given in page number 21a. B already you have done, C also you have done, D, F, G, H. All this exercise, please do it and send it to me today itself.